St. Martin, our people, we have to work together, you know. So moving forward,
You just need to get back to basics, and from there you could see everything.
Do not settle for less in life. And entrepreneurship is the best way to go. Working for yourself, 2 thumbs up. A blessed and wonderful good afternoon to all our SOS family and our St. Martin family all around the world. Welcome to your program, Strictly Business. I'm your host, Mr. Brian Barry, alongside your co-host, Mr. Julian Rolox Jr. Call up a friend, call up a family member, tell them it's another beautiful day here on the friendly island of St. Martin. It's time to tune into your #1 radio station, SOS Radio 95.9 FM, to Strictly Business. Of course, before we get started, we always like to thank all our sponsors that make this program possible. So if you want to do some great grocery shopping today or during the week, you got to go right down the Illage Road and visit the Aki Supermarket and get all your grocery shopping done right there. And also we got the Supreme Supermarket located in the corner of Arch Road, Hispaniola Road #1. If you're in the Arch Road area, you can stop by the Supreme Supermarket and get your groceries done there as well. We also like to thank the Los Mejores Barber Shop and Beauty Salon, also located right down the Illage Road. For the ladies, for the guys, also for the children, you want to have that fresh haircut, that fresh look for the week, go and stop in and check out the guys at Los Mejores Barber Shop and Beauty Salon. Also like to thank the Video Block located right there in French Quarter. If you're thinking movies, you gotta think the Video Block. Open from Monday to Saturday from 5:30 p.m. until 10 p.m. The only place you can get 30 movies for only $30, loaded on your USB key, your hard drive, even on your smartphone. Also, if you're looking for PS4 games, have a nice selection at the Video Block as well. Bold Chance Electronics Store located right there on Front Street for all your home entertainment systems, your laptops, your computers, your cameras, what you need, whatever Bold Chance has it. Go and check out Bold Chance. GEBE, our water and electricity company. Thank you so much, GB. And for all your apartments or commercial spaces, #1 place to call is J&J Properties. Give them a call at 588-1216. That is J&J Properties, 588-1216. For some delicious food, we got Jerky's Tiki Hut right there on the Illage Road. For some great tasting barbecue chicken and ribs, you got Jerky's Tiki Hut also right next to Plaza Casino. If you're over the hill, you got Caribbean Jerky's, open late, located right across the Megaplex Cinemas. And not forgetting last, Fat Boy Jimmy, located right down the Pompous for some great, delicious food by Fat Boy Jimmy. Also, Stasha's Restaurant next to Aki Supermarket. Give them a call at 550-9108 or 524-9834. Last but not least, Clean Car Rental. If you're looking for a car for the week, affordable rates, great prices, give them a call at 588-1216. That is Clean Car Rental, 588-1216. Thank you for all those sponsors. Thank you for all the loyal listeners. We in the house. What's good, bro?
how you doing?
I'm blessed.
Yeah,
Holding on
giving thanks, you know, for everything.
all the time.
We thank everybody who's listening to us on SOS Radio every Sunday. Give thanks to all of our listeners, you know, because we appreciate that every Sunday you guys are with us. Right or wrong, brother?
Yes, sir.
You know, last week we had a great program. You know, this week is going to be a follow-up. You know, because a lot of things going on, B. A lot of things going on. But, well, I got to give it to you. I got to give it to you because last week you told me, you said, boy, you said we got to shut it down.
We have to take drastic measures.
We had to take drastic measures. You know, we got to take drastic measures because it is getting out of hand. You know, but Brian, one thing I don't, you know, there's so much things coming out now and you don't know what to believe, my brother. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what to believe because everybody's sending articles, books, different writers, different professionals. And as one I sent you a couple of days ago, and it was very interesting, and it was saying that the coronavirus came from bats. You know, and it said it came from bats in China. That was the piece of news I sent you, and it was a little town in Yuan City. They was explaining that a butcher they went to deal with a bat and got the virus. You know, and then from there it spread. But there's a lot of people saying it's not from there, people saying it's America created.
Yeah.
There's so many.
You know, times like this, you can always have a lot of conspiracy theories.
Yes, yes.
And we're living in the social media age where any and anybody just gonna create an article or video and just post them. And once you put it out there, people share them. It goes like wildfire. It goes crazy. So then it's up to the population now to dissect what is real and what's not real, what is true, what is false, from the good sources.
Now, B, what when he came in, we was talking. What is the follow up? How do you see this thing in the next 2-3 weeks? Because Brian, it's gonna, if this thing go on like this for 6 months, the world is gonna collapse.
Yeah, but
it will collapse because look, remember, bro, we have billion-dollar industries that is not moving now. Everything is on a hold, and it will have a financial effect. We have the NBA, which have all the big sports fellas is on hold. Then after, as soon you see the NBA is on hold, then sports betting is on hold. Baseball is on hold. Sports betting is on hold. The people who's working in all these stadiums is on hold. The money that will be flowing through these sports is on hold. The TV industry is gonna get mashed up because that is also on hold. Because remember, you have all these channels that me and you or whoever watches these sports, all of them gonna get mashed up. We have cruise industries. I kept tagging you this whole week. Royal Caribbean pack up all the cruise ships. Carnival also pack up everything.
But you see, for me, it wasn't surprising. Like I told you last week, we need to take those measures in order to stop the virus. Learning the facts that we know about the virus, how it can't live outside the body for more than 12 hours. So on surfaces and whatnot, it would live for 12 hours after it would die. But having the continuous circulation of the cruise ships, the planes and whatever, it will keep spreading. The only way to contain something is to lock it down for a time period. So whether it is an economic effect, big, huge losses, it has to be done because on the other hand, if we don't do that, then it's rampant and out of control, then millions could die. Right now what they're trying to prevent is lives because it's like a wipeout of the old generation.
Yeah.
The seniors. You and I may get it and we ill and we recover after a while, but that's not it. It's about protecting it from spreading and getting to the seniors. So we have to, the measures that they did had to be done because we need to lock it down and stop the virus. That's what it is. So if every country could lock down for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and get it isolated, get the people who have it, isolated and get them well, get them recovered, then you will have the numbers drastically dropping. So this has to be done. Nothing else could have been done. This have to be done. And then, of course, in the meantime, you have the scientists in the background, wherever, working diligently for a vaccine.
Yes,
They're looking for a cure.
What I would
also,
I would say, Brian, and I would especially to the people who, because we have people, I'm sure have people who doesn't believe in God. So the people who believe, who is a believer and believes in God, I suggest everybody to pray, Brian, and don't take these things for granted, because I am sure there's too many things happening on earth now, and God is not happy, and when you see these things happening, it is for a reason, but it seems like every time something happens on earth and we get rid of it and everything goes back to normal, it's like the hurricane. I know several people tell me, boy, the neighbors, everybody come together. As long after everything come back, everybody become wicked again, fighting each other again, and we take all these things for granted.
Yes.
There was a piece I really read, I really want to read it here, a piece in the Bible. God appears to Solomon again. Whenever I hold back the rain or send locusts to eat up the crops or send an epidemic on my people, if they pray to me and repent and turn away from the evil they have been doing, then I will hear them in heaven, forgive the sins, and make the land prosperous again. So, if you read the Bible and you pray, you will understand all these things that are happening. But if we don't pray, and we got to ask for forgiveness every day, brother, because, all of us born, and none of us is perfect, but we just got to keep asking for forgiveness and try to live a better life for God. You know what I'm saying? because now everybody is praying now, but we gotta keep praying because after the coronavirus is gone again, what's gonna happen
Something
again?
else. Yeah. But God wants to remind us that He's in control.
He's in control.
You know,
And if you see, what is so funny about this epidemic, Brian, that money is not even worth it now.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing now because all the billions that goes around the world, look what's happening to the virus. Okay, they're trying their best, but in the meantime, people are still dying. People are still getting affected. You know what I'm trying to say? So if we don't change and as a human being, these things will keep happening. They will keep coming.
Yeah.
I remember clearly this thing made me go back 2017 after the hurricane. I had neighbors that these people when they pass you straight. They don't even tell you good evening and good night.
Right.
Boy, when hurricane come, Brian, all of them by your door, boy, you got little wood, you got little this, you got salt, you got sausage, you got this. And after a week and two, when hurricane gone,
back to now,
and current gone again, they become the same person that they was before hurricane. And what you do? I just shake my head and just move on because what are you gonna do?
But remember, it's just the lifestyle that people live. We have to have a conscious effort of yes. When we don't have, we tend to become more outreaching, you know, and with everybody. But when things get back to normal, we have to keep that conscious effort to let me still be aware of my neighbor. Let me. It's not gonna be the same.
Humble, still.
It's not gonna be the same because you remember we didn't have the internet. And
yes.
Everybody goes back to living that lifestyle of comfort.
But you live good with your people.
Yes, you have to still remember. Hey, anything could happen. Let me show the ones around me love, show them appreciation, show them care, regardless of what.
Sometimes somebody pass you, Brian. Okay, sometimes you're gonna go good afternoon. You're gone. But it wouldn't take nothing to stand up 1 minute and say good afternoon. How you doing? How you doing? Everything all right? How was your day? You know what I'm saying? And like they say, we have a style in the Caribbean. Hey, listen, you want to drink something by the supermarket? I'm gonna buy you a drink. You know what I'm saying? So it wouldn't take away nothing from you to stand up 1 minute and ask somebody how they're doing and how they're feeling today. You know what I'm trying to say? And these are the morals and values that we should keep
close.
Because we're forgetting all of these morals and values after all of these things are happening. You know what I'm saying? You if you see certain people talk about God now, you would have never believed that they used to believe in God. Just a reference, and then you'll be like, wow, but it's good. But after all of this, what is going to happen again? Remember, Brian, when you see these cruise lines get packed up, these are guys that have billions is losing money by the day. And as I say, billionaires will become millionaires and millionaires will become poor in a way because it is costing them money because it's a big operation, and you see people trying to hide from it and move in here, move in there, and like I see someone saying a couple of days ago, why it's not like a hurricane where you can jump go places to escape it because it's all over.
Yeah. Right now is not the right time to be traveling either.
It's not the right time to be traveling.
Yeah, hold on the plane, people coughing, sneezing. It's not the ideal time to be traveling at all.
So that is something I wanted to bring forward to the public and the people of St. Martin. I hope they really take it on heart and run with it because I believe that is something that we really have to look into.
Because right now other Caribbean islands are getting cases as well, right?
Yeah, bro. It's St. Bart's,
Curacao,
Aruba, all over. I see people in Curacao, boy, they gone mad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, boy, by over the whole supermarket, Brian. Yeah, boy, I see. But that's another thing, And again, these days, Brian, the most important thing for you to do, Brian, is to stay calm. Stay calm and pray. And I will say the ones that believe in God. And if you don't believe in God, believe in something. Because you can't make it alone, my brother. You cannot make it alone. And as I was saying, I read another article a few days ago, and it talks about calmness. And it says, if your house is on fire, because they take this example of the coronavirus.
Okay.
If your house is on fire and you are, let's say, 2 or 3 people in the house, what are you guys going to do? Run like 2 crazy people, panic, and leave the house burn down and kill all your family? Or are you going to try to stay calm and find a way to turn down the fire? or find a way, if it's too big, find a way to exit the building or exit your family from the building.
Right.
So the only thing is for you to do is stay calm and move out of the building or
Right.
get an extinguisher and turn off the fire.
Mhm.
Or if it depends how big it is, you turn it off, it's a small little fire.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But if you panic, what's gonna happen?
Yeah, people tend to run to negative stuff.
Yes, yes,
People
yes.
tend to do that, hype up negative stuff. Because right now in the media as well too, you're seeing the craze about buying toilet paper.
Yes.
I don't get that up to now. Do you understand what's going on?
No, I don't understand. I don't understand.
I don't see it, you know.
I mean, there's, you know, that's another thing, Brian. The media too. The media also creates panic, you know, because they have sources of media that send out things out there that is totally not true or it's not accurate, you know, and that some people who don't really inform themselves or look for the information, they take it and run with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, for example, all kind of stupidness. If we just said yes, they find how do you say? They find the coronavirus in toilet paper.
Yeah.
And so many-
I think there's media, but there's people in general who take joy in watching others
People panic, yes,
in the background.
yes.
They laugh
Yes.
or whatever it is. Let's create this, put out there and see how they
See how they go
can
panic,
carry
yeah,
on. Yeah,
yeah.
They have joy in that. You know, let's chalk that article, let's chalk that video and see how, you know.
the people, will react.
Yeah.
You know, and there's so many things, and every day you see. But Brian, you know what is remarkable? I've seen how it's spreading in Italy. Italy is total shutdown now.
Mhm.
You know, it spreads very fast there. I don't know what happened, but I see in Italy people was within 24 hours, 100 and some people have died.
Yeah, the numbers are rising.
The numbers was really,
rising.
really, really high there. You know, but let me see. Hold on 1 second.
And I do have the global numbers, if I could read that one.
Yeah,
before
let
you
me go on the one from the
Italy,
the Caribbean. I want to go to the
Okay.
Caribbean one.
Okay.
They had well, basically most of the Caribbean islands,
Mhm.
Dominican Republic, Jamaica, Martinique, St.
Jamaica has
Barts,
the most so far, right?
Yeah.
8, I think.
St. Barts, St. Vincent, Guyana, Cuba, Trinidad, Cayman Islands, Guadeloupe, Antigua, Aruba, Puerto Rico, Curacao, St. Lucia, St. Croix. I see now they say only one death that was in Guyana.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, one death.
Sad.
So then it's 37 cases
Mm-hmm.
within the Caribbean, and this is the Caribbean.
Right.
And one death that was in Guyana, and that was it for now. You know, so the numbers are those are the accurate numbers.
Correct.
Because you don't know what happened. This is until March 13.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have the global numbers there. Go ahead.
Yeah, the global numbers updated. Today's what, the 15th?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's updated March 15th. Globally, how much people are got infected was 163,067. That's the global number, 163,067. The global deaths thus far, remember the last time we spoke, it was about 4,000. Now it's up to 6,085 people that died from this virus. 6,085. What is nice to know from the global number who got infected, recovered thus far is 76,219 that got it and recovered. So as you can see, that's a big number that people are getting better. But still, even 5-10 deaths is too much.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it has 6,085 families that are suffering.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah,
That's what it is. That's
but
reality.
a lot of but I seen also a lot of, which we talked about, a lot of elderly people
Mhm.
is getting it.
Mhm.
You know, and I see if you're suffering. Well, stuff that I read online articles. You know, if you're suffering from high blood pressure and those things, it is the risk is even higher. If you get coronavirus, you will die. I mean, the risk of dying is higher because you know it gives a lot of after effect, the coronavirus. You know, so what I read also today, but I really, what do you think about what is happening here with the government and the stuff that they're doing to prevent? What do you think?
Locally?
Yeah,
Locally, I think the Prime Minister is doing a great job.
I think so too, brother.
Yeah,
Honestly,
they're-
I believe she's doing a great job.
They're coordinating
Some people
with
is
different
how do you say,
criticizing. That's always.
That's always. But I believe she's doing her
Remember,
utmost.
with great power, you have to make decisions.
Yes. I
So-
want to ask Billy D. I want to ask Billy something. On the French side, they have planes coming from Guadeloupe, right? What are they doing with that?
Nothing there.
So they're still coming. You see, so that is something too. Like I was thinking on that, Brian. Like, if we stop certain planes from our side, but on the French side, planes coming from Guadeloupe,
Still open.
it's still open. Because remember, Guadeloupe getting people from France straight, and if they decide to come from the French side to our side,
Right.
what's gonna happen? So then, the Prime Minister, I see they have joint meetings with the French side.
Right.
They have to ask about that too. What is gonna happen with the French side airport?
Yeah, that's why we need a complete lockdown.
You know, so if we locking it down from this side,
Yeah.
we're supposed to lock it down from the other side too.
Correct.
You know, and so I got the piece here. So for the people of St. Martin who don't really know, who haven't got the news, on from March 17, that's gonna be Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
So incoming visitors from the US, Canada, Europe, UK, and Ireland are restricted to enter the country of St. Martin. Okay. It does not apply to St. Martin residents as well as residents and nationals of the surrounding islands, meaning the Curacao and those islands. Visitors who are currently on the island or neighboring islands who are scheduled to travel out of PGIA in the coming weeks to return to their home country. Okay, so those are the places. But you know, my question on this, Brian, is what's going to happen to the people them who's here now who has to go back to Europe?
They're not allowed to leave.
No, that's my question.
I think they're allowed to go out. They're just not allowed
So
to
maybe,
come
so
in.
most probably they will have planes to carry these people them back to their
Correct.
to
their country.
To their country.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is something. Okay, so also I would like to read Prime Minister Jacobs said that the restrictions do not apply to St. Martin residents, nor residents of neighboring island who transit through St. Martin. All returning and transiting residents are reminded to continue to monitor themselves upon return and notify their doctor should they start to show symptoms. But you know, that's another thing, Brian. Sometimes you just have
The flu.
the normal flu too. For example, we had a plane that came from, I think, France a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
They have the normal, I'm not saying what they had, but they say that they're suspicious of having the coronavirus. What if it's somebody that just have the normal flu? What's going to happen?
Yeah. But in that particular case, I don't think they were even ill. It's just that the travel restrictions stated from certain countries are not allowed to enter into St. Martin. So just based on the travel restrictions, that's it. They weren't allowed to come to St. Martin.
Yeah.
Ill or not, you don't want to take that chance.
Yeah, you don't want to. Yeah. I see also another memo from Sonesta, which is really great, brother. I find it that especially hotels are doing this. You know, Maho has a lot of workers. They're valued employees. In our continued effort to protect the health and well-being of our staff members, we will be introducing a screen temperature process of all our employees with effect from Monday, March 16. As a result of this decision, all employees must access the property through the garage entrance, only where our security team will be responsible for conducting the test. So they will be have a test.
Okay. Temperature. Okay.
Yeah, should an employee reporting for duty to be found to have a temperature of 100.4 or more, they will walk over to Dr. Deckett, immediate for assessment. Please stay healthy and remember nothing beats washing your hands with soap and water. Human resources. That's great, brother. You know, that's most big hotels in St. Martin has to do that now.
Yeah, that's a good
You know,
initiative.
that's a good initiative. And the temperature also, I saw you will have high temperature, high fever when you get the coronavirus. So maybe they're not even taking a risk. You know, whenever you have high fever, you send over to the doctors.
Double check.
But the testing of the coronavirus, we don't have that here as yet.
Not as yet. No.
But have you seen any countries that have it?
No. I really don't know. Remember we saw a video when somebody was checking their eyes or something.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
remember which country that was. I saw a video they were checking people.
Where it was?
I don't recall which country that was. I think it could have been China, but I don't recall.
And what was more interesting, brother, in all these days, that you see that the world is still, Brian. you
Oh
know?
yeah.
You see some pictures of some countries like
Ghost
London,
town.
New York,
Yeah.
some places a ghost town,
Yeah.
which was, well, in my life, I never seen that before.
You see, but that is what happens when you allow it to get out of hand and you have to lock down, but people can't move around because it's already out there. That's what I don't want for St. Martin. That's what I was saying since last week. I
Yeah,
don't
you
want
were
us to
saying
lock down while it's already spreading, meaning then you can't go outside, you can't go to work, you can't go to shop. But if we lock down, knowing that everybody's healthy and everybody's good,
We can still live, we can have a decent life.
we can have a
live good.
normal life. It's just we not allowing people to come in to infect.
You wouldn't have the outside business
Right,
of outside.
right. So if we have to do that for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, like the Prime Minister is saying right now, we are up to date on the supplies, the warehouse are full, and they still have cargo coming that hasn't been stopped. So that's a good sign, you know, so life can go
Yeah,
on
they
as
had
normal.
a meeting with all the people that who brings in
The
food.
wholesalers and
Yes,
whatnot.
yes.
So life can go on. So in this time, that's why it's important to lock down from the outside coming in, so we could have a type of normalcy, and give it 2 weeks, 3 weeks, then other countries get this virus under control. That's
Yeah.
important because if everybody does that, then you could stop the virus. That's what we need to do.
Last but not least, Brian, before we leave, Carnival. What is your thoughts? You know,
I saw, you remember they were saying, the Prime Minister said it was postponed. Right?
Yes.
But I saw last night, I believe, either 7:21, that they're saying no, now it's official, it has been cancelled until next year. For me, it is what it is. It has to be done.
Yeah, but a lot of people.
It's rough.
It's, you know, a lot of
Very
people is
rough.
not in agreement.
Financially, it's
You know,
hard for the
because
promoters.
Yeah,
and-
for the promoters, for all the groups, and financially, it's going to be.
I was hoping it was postponed until later down, you know? Because like I say, you can have
But
it
I'm
in
saying
summer.
if we have a lockdown on the island, Brian,
Yeah.
and people cannot come in,
Mhm.
why not continue with it then?
Continue with it here.
With the carnival.
Continue with it with the
The
people that are here.
Yes.
No, but remember, artists have to come in.
Yeah,
For the promoters
yeah,
and whatnot.
yeah,
They don't live here. You know, and then other islands have people who want to come over as well. Everybody probably already had a ticket booked for the different dates.
No, but you will put it at a certain, in a way still that the people can enjoy themselves, you know what I'm saying? But to cancel it completely, I think.
Yeah, but
you know?
you have, that's again, those are the unpopular decisions of
Yeah.
how you have to make, because that is how to say, an event that you have masses of people,
Yeah.
you know, and then you don't want the virus to spread.
And that's the thing about the virus. The lady of the same article I sent you,
Uh-huh.
that she said that this thing about this virus is that it is very contagious.
Yeah.
Meaning, anything, you know, you could touch the person or whatever, it will get contagious at one time, and then from there it keeps spreading. You know what I'm saying? But well, Brian, as if it is but the the foundation didn't actually send out a statement that it's cancelled.
Okay. Maybe tomorrow, Monday.
They said that they told they had meetings with stakeholders, and via the stakeholders, rumors went around that hey, it will be
I
cancelled.
think we'll know definitely
2021.
this week, you know. Monday this week.
Well, if it will be cancelled, then the government officials also do have to come and say, listen, we're not going to have carnival this year. And done. You know, don't leave it be speculated and people still out there like,
They'll
hey,
make a
are we
statement,
going to have or
I'm sure.
we're not going to have carnival for this year? Since you're here, this is the first time that happened, right?
Yes.
Wow,
This is the first time a lot of things, because if the cruise industry got to shut down, what's Carnival?
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? We looking at us and our little community. The cruise industry got to shut
Major
down.
League Baseball shut down.
NBA got to shut down. Who's we? You know, you want to play big and bad, continue, and then your island suffer.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know, on the other hand, you still look at it as there's our local party, our local fete that our people enjoy themselves with. You know, that is something locally that we enjoy and we love to go and enjoy ourselves. You know, and especially the neighboring islands also are looking forward to come over here and enjoy themselves. But I'm hoping still, Brian, that you know, for the next couple of weeks, end of March, that the coronavirus can be managed and
we're hoping for solutions.
Yes, hoping for solutions, and that the Carnival committee, the government can tell the people, listen, we're gonna have Carnival, but with this restriction or that and this and this and that, and we move forward. Even if it's smaller, at least the people can enjoy themselves. You know. But again, let's hope for the best, Brian. And as I say, people of St. Martin, we pray, ask for forgiveness, and just hope for better days.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, Brian?
It's not in our hands.
So it's gonna have a heavy effect for sure. You know, but the financial consequences, Brian, that also is my major concern. You know, because maybe it might not affect just a reference me or you, but maybe have people out there in the tourism business that will affect for sure. You know, especially what's gonna happen with the taxi drivers now. You know, just like after hurricane.
In times of crisis, everybody takes a hit.
Yes,
everybody takes a hit.
Yeah.
And then it opens.
But one will take a
bigger
hit than the other.
Yeah. But again, it opens people's eyes to understand of when we say save for a rainy day, these are the times we're talking about.
Yes.
You know, the captain talks about that every day. Save your money, save your money.
Save for a rainy day, boy.
Now the rainy day is here and you got no savings, now you want ball to your neighbor.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we all gotta be responsible.
But my people of St. Martin, stay humble, love each other. You know, that's very important to love each other. And let's try to stay calm, not create false rumors that is not true. And keep following the news. And let's see what happens with everything what's going on the island, Carnival and everything.
Yeah.
Right?
St. Martin people, thank you for your time. That's our time for today. Again, shout out to the seniors, shout out to Brother Rolex and Curacao. Remember people, life is all about choices. So be careful who you choose and what you choose because time waits unknown. Until next time, Strictly Business.